65,000 is bid. Give me 1 second.
65. Do we want to go to 65? There, 65. Huh, let's see.
65,000 right there with you. Is there an advance on the bid?
66.
66,000 is bid. Is there an advance?
67. In today's video, we're going to the foreclosure auction at the courthouse steps. You can go by me. I mean, what? And I want to show you what it looks like and what it feels like in the experience to bid on a piece of real estate right here in downtown Newport News, Virginia. So today you're going to see all the sharks at the steps. You're going to see me bid. Hopefully I won a house. I might not win a house, but let's do it together so you know exactly what it looks like. Let's go. Okay, class, it's Kris Haskins with the realestateroundup.com. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. So there's a house right next to
Wickham Place, then turn right onto 19th Place.
There's a house next to a house that we already own that's going to foreclosure today. So I've been watching it. I've already done all my research. So we have to drive by it before we go to the auction so we know what condition, make sure that it hadn't burned down or nothing's happened to it. But I want to make sure you guys get this. Buying foreclosures is not for the amateurs because you do not get to go inside to look at the condition. So let's look at the property and then let's get down to the courthouse to bid on this house.
So Haskins, before you go to the auction, the foreclosure auction, how do you know what to, what's I saying?
How do you know what condition it's in?
Right, how do you know what condition it is in? And does it say it below the description in the in the picture?
Clarification. First of all, there's no picture anywhere.
Okay.
It just says show up here at 11 o'clock. We're auctioning it off 123 Easy Street, okay? Second of all, you don't know what condition it's in. This is all a gamble.
It's all a gamble.
So when we buy a house, we presume it needs everything. This, my friend, is why. Don't try this at home if you don't know what you're doing. There is no, hey, the house needs flooring, paint, carpet, needs a new roof. Ain't none of that. You gotta do your own due diligence.
Okay, so when you buy houses like these, you taking into the account, you already like reducing the amount of, you already taking out the money that you may have to put on the property. Yeah,
we presume. But this one here, it's right next to a house that I already own. So I've been watching this house for 3-4 years now. So it's not like I already know it might need a new kitchen. It might need 20 grand.
Yeah.
But the roof is good and siding is good. We're gonna,
Okay.
We'll drive by it in a minute so you can see it. We're gonna drive by it so you can see what condition it's in, buddy.
Great experience.
Yeah. This is the area of the property. We got some industrial stuff going on here I don't like, but I want you to see the neighborhood here. One of the things, that's the property right there. Right there, yep. There we go, give it to him, E. That one on the corner there.
Your destination is on the right.
That's it, that's the one, y'all. On the corner.
Right here?
Yep, on the corner.
Oh, wow.
That's it. That's it, y'all. So that's the property. Just looks like it's got a new central heating and air system in there. And that's mine, all busted and towed up. Dang. But look at this street, y'all. This is a good street. We got another one here. See that orange thing on the door? That'd be a good one to come take it off, make an offer on. Probably need to find out who owns that one. So, y'all, that property's in good condition. I don't know how many beds and baths it is, but I am willing to go up to 80 to 85,000 on that one. So we got a nice house here. It's got a lockbox on the door. Rundown property. And that one's okay. And okay. Mine is run down. And here we go. Here's the property. Looks like it's a 2 or 3 bedroom house. That's it, y'all. I don't know what they were working on. So I don't know the story, but when we did the title search, there's a ton of child support liens on here. And you know what we'll do? I'll take you back to the office and I'll show you what it looks like, what's on this report, so y'all can see how foreclosures work. Let's get to the courthouse steps too. So before we hit the auction, I want to make sure that you understand how to bid on one of these properties and all the research and preparation we do before we bid. So when you're bidding on a foreclosure property, we usually only want to bid on first mortgage liens. That means if we win the bid on the first mortgage, then it wipes out everything else. It's going to wipe out anything junior to that. There's going to be a second mortgage, any creditors or any debtors that the owners or the person that took the loan out has. It completely wipes them out. So we're going to go over that information now. You have to. This is not a beginner strategy. This is for advanced people. All right. So if you want to bid on foreclosures, I do have a course walking you step by step. I'll put the link in the video description for that. But you besters know what you're doing when you're bidding on these foreclosures. And let me take a second to shout out some of my roundup homies. Travis Wakefield, y'all know my favorite thing to get, y'all, is books. It's my favorite thing. Travis, thank you so much. He gave us this book, 1984, by George Orwell. I never heard of it. Apparently, this is an extremely popular book. Travis, I'm going to dig into that soon. I got another couple more books here from Melissa Majors. Check this out. This is a cool cover here. Isn't that cool? So Melissa sent us 2 books. We got The 7 Simple Habits of Inclusive Leaders. That's going to be the first one. And then Help Them Thrive, Leadership Coaching for Humans Leading Humans. If that is not cool. Melissa, thank you so much for sending these books. And Travis, I look forward to meeting you here. That's my favorite thing to get. Everybody knows. My wife, Kris, what you want me to get you? Books, books, books. I'll flash up here. Hey, go ahead and show them my bookshelf. I pride myself in, I want to have the baddest book collection in the city, right? It's one of the things when I was growing up, I hated books. Now I'm getting older, I love books, right? So how do we know what we're doing when we go to the auction? Well, every week my team scrubs all the foreclosures or pre-foreclosures, and you can see it comes up on the internet right here where they have to go to the publication. All foreclosures have to be publicized somewhere in Virginia. Now every state is different. Sometimes they have sheriff sales, sometimes it's online, sometimes it's not. But Virginia, you can see right here, the address, boom. Publication date was February. The original deed of trust date, that's when the person took out the loan. That's going to be May 2008. Now, next column, column E. So we did column C, column D, column E. Column E, the original principal, that's going to be $66,000. That's the original mortgage, how much they took out back in 2008, how much they borrowed. And the public auction date and time, column F, that's going to be March 27th. So we got some time to go to, that little time between the publication and the date time, and the foreclosure time. All right, so now we go to PropStream just to see a little bit about the property. If you don't have PropStream, I'm going to put that in the video description below, or just go to Kris Property Data. You got to have this stuff. I need to know. There's the address. Tell me a little bit about the property. It's 3 beds, 1 bath. What's the square footage? Roughly 1,000 square foot. How many mortgages is on it? 1, says it right there. I'm going to read the mortgage. It tells you right here in PropStream. You got to know this. And you can see this is in pre-foreclosure status. Current mortgage is 1 loan. Took it out, remember, 2008. So that goes to show you that PropStream is accurate on this one. The loan amount, $66,000. You remember a second ago, that is the exact loan that's foreclosing, the $66,000 loan. Interest rate was 6%, and the due date. So this looks like it was a 20-year loan, but I'm not quite sure if that's true. It doesn't matter to me. And you see the last name of the people is Everett. So what do we do to verify that we're bidding on this first lien here and make sure that all these other liens are junior? Because you can have a creditor or some debtor in front of the mortgage, but if they took that, if they had that creditor or credit card or car loan or whatever, or hospital bill, if it happened before this first mortgage. I'm getting ready to show you how we know. This is called a property report. You have to get this from the title company. They pull these for us before we go to the auction. They pulled a judgment and lien report. So first thing popped up, boom, at the top. Document type, lien for child support. We'll support that. That's what it is. I feel for my homies, all my men out there that are going through child support. So this guy has a $18,000 child support lien on the property. How do we know? Well, the defendant is last name Everett. That's who the guy is. So, oh boy. What's nasty, guys? So when you don't pay your child support, they attach it to the property. And this one was recorded back in 2012. So this child support creditor here is going to be after the first mortgage. This first mortgage was when? When was this one? 2008. Okay, and this creditor here was 2000. What was it? 2012. Y'all stay with me. I know y'all want to learn this stuff fast. I know you don't want to sit here and watch all these videos, but if you want to learn foreclosures, you got to spend some time with me, y'all. Okay, so let's keep going here. Next page. Boom, boom, boom. Judgment and lien for child support. Here's another one, $32,000. That one came in 2013. Boom, another child support. 31,000. Well, this one was 32,000. 31,000 came in 2019. I don't know if these could be the same debts here. Next page. Make sure you get the pages right. We got another one here. Citibank N.A. Sears. Citibank. So to me, this is a credit card. And the amount on this one is $27,500. And this one just got attached in 2022. So this is going to be down here. Why didn't they pay the credit card bill, y'all? I'm presuming they don't have a sickness or something. Nobody died. Then we have Langley Federal Credit Union, another $3,000. Another judgment from Langley, another $2,000. So y'all, let me add this up. What is that? 27, 30, 35, 40, 40. It's hard. It's going to be hard. 60, 70, 89. It's going to be hard to attack this property as a subject to. That's where we go in and take over the first mortgage. The reason it's hard to do that is because they have so many judgment and liens against the property after. You see, when you do subject to, you have to take on all this stuff. But the foreclosure will wipe it all out. All right, so I hope you understood this stuff. If not, rewind it so you can understand how these foreclosure processes work. And let's get to the auction. Let's see if we can get us a house today. And oh yeah, I forgot to ask you, if I'm pouring into you today, if you're learning anything from me sacrificing my time, energy, effort, and money, hit that subscribe button and share with somebody else that you think needs to learn how to buy a property or how to understand how real estate works. You see what I've learned since doing real estate from 2004. Every person in America needs to have a basic understanding of how real estate works. If you don't, you'll be renting for the rest of your life. Okay. So we're here in downtown Newport News going to the foreclosure auction. Thanks to Ethan for working with us. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
So we're right here. This is downtown Newport News, a foreclosure auction. Ethan, do you know what the foreclosure auction is?
I do not, unfortunately.
Okay, foreclosure is where you buy a house and you don't pay the loan.
Okay.
And the bank says, since you didn't pay, we're going to take the house back.
Say that one more time.
If you don't pay your mortgage,
Yes.
the bank will take your house back.
Okay.
And they'll have an auction like this where people like me, greedy investors, can come and bid on it.
For a lower price.
It might be higher, it might be lower. But at the end of the day, go ahead.
It depends who you going up against.
Yeah, it depends on who I'm going up against, depends on what the opening bid is, a whole lot of things.
Oh.
But at the end of the day, the owner will not own it anymore.
Okay.
So it's unobstructable. You can't stop it. They will foreclose on your house and take it.
Like what's the time between that? Like
probably 6 months.
Oh,
6 months. So they know it's coming.
oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yes, right. So now you know what a foreclosure is, right, brother?
Yes, sir.
Y'all give Ethan a thumbs up for knowing what the foreclosure is at 22. What are you, 21?
21. I'll be 22 in June.
Most people would have no idea. I didn't know what a foreclosure was till I was 30.
For real?
Mm-hmm. So now you.
I mean, that's when you started getting into real estate, though.
28, yeah. So I'm proud of you, E. I'm proud of you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're gonna go up here and see what's going on. Okay, so we're downtown Newport News, Virginia. E, give them a pan of the area here. This is downtown Newport News, and we're headed to the auction. And I don't know why it is extremely antiquated, but these fools still do auctions right at the courthouse. So we're gonna see the courthouse in a minute, and you will see the other sharks. You can see them up there, E.
Yes,
they are
sir.
starting to swarm in that corner there, and we gotta hurry up and get there to make sure that we're able to make our bid. Now, we cannot bid unless you have a cashier's check. I got 8,000, so I'm willing to go up to 80,000 on this deal here because I don't necessarily like the property that much, and I don't think it's worth more than probably 80 grand. We could probably sell it for maybe 120. So this is our courthouse here. As we walk up into the thing, you might get some funky looks, but it's public property. They can't stop us from recording, okay?
Right.
Watch your feet there. All the sharks are here.
What's up, man?
Good to see you again, buddy.
How are you?
Look at that smile. You got a beautiful smile.
Pleasure to see you.
Yeah, man. So this is another shark. I feel my hand dripping with blood as we come up here to bid against each other to make sure to see who's going to get the bid, all right? Keep it rolling, E. Come on around. Excuse me.
Excuse.
So he will not let you bid. You cannot bid unless you come with a cashier's check. He will verify your funds to say, look, you got some money. If you don't have no money, you can't bid. What up?
What's going on?
Oop. Just put Kris. I don't know why they did that. Just put Kris has KRISHASKINS. Oh shit, you don't need that. Phone number?
Phone number is
757-660. You got, how many you got?
2.
All right, cool. We shall see what he got. So now we'll be here. Come on back a little bit. We'll be here with all the other sharks. You can see all the sharks are here. They will be willing to bid, and hopefully, maybe we might get a house. Come on back, E. Maybe we'll get a house today. You never know. You really don't know what. We don't even know what the opening bid is until you get here. So usually what happens is the big sharks. I'm like a little. Am I a shark, E?
You a shark.
I'm a
You a shark.
I'm a little shark, but the real big sharks, they don't even come. They are somewhere else on a boat or in Jamaica, and they have their representative here with a phone. I don't have it like that yet. Maybe one day.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You'll see him get on the phone when he opens up the bid. So, come on over here, E.
That's tough.
How you doing? You'll see the big sharks. They'll be somewhere in Jamaica, and they'll have their representative here bidding at the auction while they're drinking Mai Tais on the beach. That is the level I like to be on, but we're not there yet. Okay. So our property is, we saw that earlier, 839 19th. That's the only one we're looking to bid on today. We shall see. So that's our bidding trustee there. You see the white guy with the sunglasses?
Yes.
He'll have the opening bid in a few moments. And
The purchaser acknowledges following terms and conditions were made available and announced part of the foreclosure sale, and that the purchaser had the opportunity to review this contract and ask questions of the subject trustee prior to executing it. This contract is involuntary, but the purchaser is done for will with the intent to be bound by the following terms. Property sold subject to
don't
trustee
mean nothing
special
to me,
warranty,
really.
titles, no warranty.
But I gotta listen to all this stuff.
What are y'all filming for?
This is for my personal.
Just for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
This is my problem. He gonna be saying a lot of
Property sold
stuff,
subject to trustee
and I
special
don't care
warranty,
what
titles,
anything he
no
says,
warranty.
really.
Property
We
sold
need to know
subject to
when
the benefit
the
of all rights which are
bid
present in the land,
starts.
including and limited to all easements, restricted covenants, conditions, rights of way, reservations, sales subject to all recorded and unrecorded liens or interest.
So he
Charges
keeps
thereto
talking and
come by the
talking.
lien of the subject deed to trust, which are otherwise not extinguished by the sale. Such liens or interest may include, but not limited to, mechanics liens, prior deed to trust and judgment, liens or any right of redemption in favor of the IRS of the United States, special assessable government authorities and provisions of civil actions with law or equity. The purchaser recognizes agrees that the subject trustee is not responsible for obtaining any payoffs. In the event that any payoff is stated at the time of the foreclosure sale, the purchaser recognizes agrees that such figures are approximate to the subject trustee is not responsible for the accuracy thereof. Bears no liability for any damage suffered. Property sold purchase and as well as condition.
Still going?
No reputations, warranties of any kind whatsoever, including but not limited to zone, physical condition, structural, integrity, property sales, type of content, access, egress.
These people look like regular people.
They do look like regular ass people, and that's what I'm here to tell you. The people that have all the money in this country look like regular Joes. Look at them. They got a dog out here. Look, they got a fucking dog. Just hanging out. Spending millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Got a dog. Look at this. You got a dog. You got a dog. I'm just hanging out while everybody's at work. Ethan, this is a different lifestyle here, brother.
Different lifestyle, I see. Very different.
So just remember that when you get older, you can see different things. Got it?
That's why you need constantly, just, I don't know, you need constantly be evolving. Because you could, I don't know, being out here, I mean, I thought these people was regular people. What?
You think regular people just roll around and buy $100,000 house cash?
No, at first I didn't know that though. I didn't know.
You didn't know what they were here for.
No, I know they was here for. I didn't know you had to be here with just strictly cash. You
Yes.
can't just.
You can't just say, hey, I will go
Right.
bid on that house.
Right.
No, sir.
Yeah.
You cannot bid. You gotta have cash.
Yeah, that's all that was. Yeah.
Oh.
Purchase agreement.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Subject trustee written proof payment of the above taxes and assessments. Go through the date of settlement within 15 days after delivery of the subject trustee deed. Purchase agreement is identified and hold subject trustee harmless for any errors, miscalculations, or shortages in any prorated amounts paid by the subject trustee deed erroneous balances.
A lot of times they waive this.
Purchase settlement agent or
I guess not today.
body. Subject trustee reserves the right to reject all bids, extend time to receive bids, withdraw the property from sale, waive or modify the deposit requirement, or extend the period for settlement. Purchase agrees with the subject trustee in sole discretion. Any reason it deems necessary or prudent may cancel or rescind the foreclosure sale at any time prior to the recordation of a subject trustee deed. If any cancellation or rescission of sale at any time is provided herein, the subject trustee shall pay the purchaser $50 as consideration for cancellation or rescission. Purchase agrees to accept payment as fees, liquidated damage with full complete satisfaction. Any legal.
He's not as fun as the other foreclosure trustees. They're a little bit more fun.
Upon tenant is fee by subject trustees, parties will be relieved of all further liability to each other. Purchaser having no further recourse against mortgage or the mortgagee. The mortgage
Just to read all this stuff out, or they can say the foreclosure wasn't valid. You have to read this.
Subject trustee shall return the purchase deposit. After which
Or somebody could say, hey, that foreclosure's not valid. You didn't read so-and-so.
Purchase price prior to recordation of the subject trustee deed. Subject trustee shall return the funds received from sale of the property and the purchase deposit. After which shall be null and void. This memo of sales of contract shall be governed construed in accordance with laws of the Commonwealth of Virginia. If any provision or part of this memo of sales do
Oh man, we're almost done.
the invalidity of that provision has no effect for the remainder of this memo of sale shall be complete and follow upon signing this memo of foreclosure sale.
Woohoo!
All right. This first sales of trustee sale, 348 Rivers Ridge Circle, Newport News, Virginia, 23608, and execution of a certain deed of trust dated January 19th,
We're not bidding on this one. We're gonna wait till the next one.
Principal amount $28,600 recorded in the clerk's office.
Damn,
of Newport,
28,000.
And book 2102 at page 1586. The undersigned subject trustee will offer for sale public auction. Front circle room for City Newport News at 2500 Washington Avenue, Newport News.
So we'll
Virginia,
pause it
for any
till we
such
come back to the
temporary
next one.
alternative circuit court location that-
All right. So, question was, how do they contact you for an event like this?
No one contacts you. You have to go find it. You have to go find it. They have to know where to look. That's why the people that are in the know how to get these type of houses. They ain't gonna call you.
Even if you come here repeatedly, they don't send like an email or anything.
Nothing.
$892.90.
So let's listen to this one. Flip it around. So he just did an opening bid of 26.
$892.90. Going once?
So this is a second deed of trust.
$26,892.90. Going twice?
This is second deed of trust, meaning
I'll do $1.
you see people not bidding. You can get them. People not really bidding. People not really bidding because this is a second deed of trust. There's a first in front of this, so they might owe another 100,000 on top of this 26,000. So let's see how this pans out before we bid. So usually people start $1 over if nobody else wants to bid. $1 over is my favorite bid. Are you a landlord struggling to collect your rent on time each and every month? Or perhaps you're looking to get a new tenant in your property and when you want to make sure you got the right person going in there so they don't destroy your property and your finances. If these are some of the problems you're facing, why don't you join me and my friend Dan Barrero at the Ultimate Landlord Survival Training. This is going to be a 4-week training where we walk you step by step how we have survived this real estate business for over 50 years combined. We're going to show you how to pick that right tenant, how to manage the property, and further, sometimes we can do creative type of sales and get a large down payment and collect rent and pass the repair responsibility onto a tenant buyer. So there's a link in the video description if this is something that will enrich your life and stop worrying about whether your tenant is going to be paying rent. I know how stressful it can be. You got a mortgage payment, you don't know if they're going to pay. So me and Dan want to alleviate that from you so you can get out there and enjoy your life and place the right people in your properties so you can move on to your next piece of real estate. Join the training in the video description below, and let's get back to our video.
$27,500. $28,000.
So they're bidding 28 on this one.
$28,000.
I don't have any research on this one. Looks like everybody's here to bid on the one that I'm looking to bid on. This is going to be a nasty one probably. When you got 15 other people bidding on the property, we probably won't get it. I'm just not willing to go high.
$29,000 is bid. $29,500.
You see he's got the thing in his ear. He's probably talking to somebody else somewhere. The guy with the dog.
$30,500.
So they're bidding the property.
$31,000.
Mm-hmm. He's just a rep here. Or he might be a business partner or something.
Bid is $31,000 here. $31,500. $31,500. $32,000.
So 32 now. So our house is next. Our house is next.
It is $32,000. $32,000 here. Going once.
32.
$32,000.
He's waiting on the call. Waiting on the call in his ear.
$32,500.
Let's come over here, E. You look familiar, man. What's your name, brother?
Gerald.
Gerald?
Yeah.
You look very familiar.
Tori. You know Tori?
Tori Thomas?
Yeah.
$33,000.
Long time.
Right here. 36.
She's gonna go 36. So, do you know what the first is, Gerald?
It is $36,000.
I don't even do any research on it. Come over here a little bit, E. Stand over there, right there. Okay, watch the back. So it looks like that, 36,000.
36,000.
36,000.
Going twice? 500. 36,500.
36,500.
Sorry? We're doing $500 increments, so you want to go 37? 37.
We'll bring it back in when it gets to going once, going twice. E.
$37,000 is bid.
How do you even find auctions like these, man?
I'm glad you asked that. E. You got to be looking for them. You have to look for them. They're published. But most people, what do they do when they want to buy a house? What do? Get a realtor.
$50,500 right
What
here.
do? We go look for distressed sellers. All right, so you
Are
gotta-
they like low-key hidden or like,
I mean, they're in the newspaper, but you got to look for them.
okay.
But most people ain't looking for them.
But it's nothing like they,
Going once?
They're not hidden.
it's nothing they market though. It's nothing they
No.
market. You have to
One
find
more
it.
time. Let's get him. Flip it around.
Right
7 E.
Right here. This is the third and final call for bids.
Third and final call, y'all. 51,000. Good for you. That one sold for 51,000.
Today is Thursday, March 27, 2025, here in Newport News, Virginia. I'm Naomi. I'm your auctioneer for today. I have one property cleared for this sale. At this time, we're going to go over general terms and conditions pursuant to the sale. Information provided is for information purposes only. The representative from the attorney's firm will handle funds and ID requirements. This is auction item Q1, address 839 19th Place.
So this is the one. You can stay right there. This is the one we're looking to bid on. Looks like everybody else is too.
May 21st, 2008, in the original purchase amount of $66,000 according to the office report.
Cutthroat business, dog.
Number 0800121267.
It's cutthroat because you're bidding against other guys that have cash. And usually they have more cash than we do. Usually. So she's gonna read all this stuff. Let me see.
As described above, the previously read terms do apply to this sale. Again, this is 839 19th Place, Newport News, Virginia. On behalf of the note holder, I've been authorized for a first-time bid of $49,748.02. Is there an advance on the bid? Opening bid is $49,748.02. Is there an advance on the bid?
I take it.
Dollar over? Current bid is
So current opening bid is 49,000.
current bid is, and I put that in wrong.
We shall see.
Current
about
bid
2
is
today?
Maybe.
$49,749, asking for $49,500. 50, asking for 50. I did my math.
50?
50.
Or 50?
We can just do $1,000.
Put this one in and over there.
So we're at 50 now.
Yep.
We find some in areas that she's not in.
50,000 right there, asking for 51. 50,000 with the gentleman on the left, asking for 51,000. Do I hear 51?
Let's do it.
50,000 right there. Is that 51?
51.
51,000 is
Yeah,
bid.
51.
Is there an advance on the bid? Right here with you. 51,000 is there an advance?
So I got to make a decision where we're going to go up to 52.
51,000 is the current bid. 52,000 is the current bid. Is there an advance on the bid? 52,000 right here. Is there an advance?
53.
55,000 is
53.
the current bid.
Oh, 50. Oh, 50. What is the bid? Oh, damn. I thought he said 53. So see, sometimes they like to jump it up on your boy. They jump it up.
55,000 right there with you. Is there an advance on the bid?
56.
56,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
57.
60,000 is bid.
60. 60,000.
60,000 right there with you. Is there an advance on the bid?
61.
61,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid? 65,000 is bid. Give me 1 second.
65. Do we want to go to 65? There, 65. Huh, let's see.
65,000 right there with you. Is there an advance on the bid?
66.
66,000 is bid. Is there an advance?
67.
67,000 is the current bid. Is there an advance? 67,000 right here with you. Is there an advance on the bid?
We'll take it for that.
68.
68,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid? 68,000 is my current bid. Is there an advance on the bid? You can
That's
ask
my
the
line.
trustee.
I'm supposed to ask that.
67 right there. Is there an advance on the bid? Going once at 67. 68,000 is bid. Is there?
Like, he already is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that.
69.
69. Do we want to go 70?
Seven.
Sometimes they close, sometimes they don't close.
70 with you.
Yeah, guess your
I'm 70 right there with you. Is there an advance on the bid?
What was the last bid?
70,000 straight out front. Is there an advance on the bid? 70,000 is the current bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
71.
71,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid? 71,000 on my left. Is there an advance?
72.
72,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
73.
73,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
74.
74,000. Is there an advance on the bid?
I don't know what's going to happen.
74,000 right here with you. Is there an advance on the bid?
75.
75,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
76.
76 on the left. Is there an advance on the bid?
77.
77.
Got him first right here at 77. Got to be 78.
78.
78,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
79.
Got him at 79.
80.
80,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid? 80,000 right here. Is there an advance on the bid?
81.
81,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid? 81,000 is the current bid. Is there an advance? 82,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
83.
83,000 with you. Is there an advance on the bid? 83,000 is the current bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
84.
84,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
85.
85,000 straight out front. Is there an advance on the bid?
86.
86,000 is bid on my left. Is there an advance on the bid?
87.
87,000 straight out front. Is there an advance on the bid?
90.
90,000 is bid. 90,000 is the current bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
91.
91,000 with you. Is there an advance on the bid?
Yeah, they pricing me out, y'all.
92.
They had
92,000
92.
is bid. Is there an advance on the bid? 92,000 on the left. Is there an advance on the bid? 93,000 straight out front. Is there an advance on the bid?
I can't hear.
93,000 with the gentleman right here. Is there an advance on the bid? 94,000 on my left. Is there an advance on the bid? 94,000 on the left. Is there an advance on the bid? Going once at 94,000. And I'm with you at 94. Going twice at 94,000.
95.
95? 95,000. Is there an advance on the bid?
96.
96,000 on the left. Is there an advance on the bid? 96,000 is the current bid. 97,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
98.
98,000 on the left. Is there an advance on the bid? 99,000 on the right. Is there an advance on the bid?
We'll do 100.
100,000 is bid on the left. Is there an advance on the bid? 100,000 is the current bid on the left. Is there an advance on the bid? Going once at 100,000.
101.
101,000 is bid. Is there an advance on the bid?
A lot of times you get guys that'll just wait till the very end,
101 is the
and
current bid.
then
Is
somebody
there an
come and
advance on the
swoop
bid?
it up.
Going once at 101,000. Going twice at 101,000. I'm with you.
I'm with you too.
This is the third and final call. All bidding is closed.
All right, sold right here. 101,000.
They're cash buyers. I'm gonna get their information and see if we can sell them something, right? You never know if they want. They're always buying houses, so let's see if we can sell them something. What I'm gonna do is wait for them to talk to do their business, then we'll talk to them, see if they want to give us their information. But they outbidded me. I couldn't. 100 was I think 100 is still a good deal. Still a good deal. I was willing to go up to 82, 83. So we shall see.
So you telling me millionaires be walking up and down these streets?
Well, this is multi-millionaires, dog. This ain't no just one
I said
millionaire.
millionaires with an S.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah.
Yeah.
These people got big money.
No, you just be casually just walking. You know
All
what
of
I
us
mean?
here. All of us here. And then you got people going to divorce court, child support court. So you got the highest of the high and the lowest of the low.
Wow,
Most people going up here, they got some family issue or something like that.
it's very interesting because you would never think any of these people. They look like
Never
regular.
know.
They look like regular.
You never know, E. You never know.
They look like they just got off their job or something. Like they look like they just got off a
She
9 to
giving them
5.
cash. Here, come on. The lady flip around. Show them around. Flip around. The lady is giving the man cash. She's giving him cash, y'all. That's something. Very rarely do I see somebody come with cash for a foreclosure auction, but she did. She did.
With check, either check or cash.
Cashier's check. E. Yeah, but who's walking around with $10,000, $10,000 cash, $14,000 cash, brother? Very
Well, I
few
actually
people.
do know one person.
Yeah, but this
This
Not like
big
this.
dogs. It's big dogs.
not like this. I'll get the information so maybe sell them something.
Maybe it is. Maybe this is normal. Maybe I'm just not exposed to it.
That could be true too.
Yeah, maybe this is normal. I'm just not exposed to it.
You be around different environments, buddy. Be around different environments. So we got our winning bidder here. Whoso? You said what? You didn't expect to win today?
I didn't expect to win this property. I came out here with any expectations, really. And I just happened to be the highest bidder.
What is your plan to do with it?
I'm not really sure at this point. I'll have to get the people out first and then plan accordingly after that. Which is not a good thing to do, people. You have to have a plan before you come to auction. But I buy these very frequently, so this is not my first property, obviously.
I'm not sure what I would do. I just spent $100,000. Man, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, I got multiple exit strategies. I bought it at such a good price where I can sell it as is and make
Sell it as is.
quick money. I can rent it out,
Rent it out.
or I can flip it.
Flip it.
The numbers make sense either way. So I got three
Yeah.
different strategies. Even when I'm nonchalantly doing this, I always got an exit plan,
There you
and that's
go.
the key to the game.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
Gotta give you some nuggets for it, man.
All right. Good seeing you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Talk to you.
Appreciate you, man.
All right. Okay, so you see that's how the auction goes. Sometimes you win them and sometimes you don't. Make sure if you're going to the auction, you better know what you're doing. We've already done our research. You saw the house, we drove by it, and you know exactly what's going on. So please, I need you to do one thing. Share this information with people in our community. Oh, watch the ankle, E. Share this information with people, your friends, family, so they know what it looks like to go to the auction. Like the content, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.